Hello, everyone. I greet you all today. To my fellow TBC millionaires and billionaires around the globe. I hope you're all good today. Last time when I shared with you, say about 15 minutes, 45 minutes. Yeah. So welcome again to TBC live stream from South Africa. And I can see that the morale after the good news from Randy Wilson. And yes, it's true what you have gone through if you have already done so. So I don't know whether is there anything that we can share about that. Especially those who have gone through the video broadcast that was by the admin. Looks like today we don't have much visitors. We have only few viewers, or maybe it's because we have changed the time to to 1 a.m. Yeah, Pacific time. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Yes, we discussed much. Say 2 weeks, yeah, since we have started with these live streams. We picked up so much questions. We much from various members, and yes, of course, that we all have to go through it is that the current situation requires all of us to be engaged into building our community further and reviving some of the barangay communities, I mean the grassroots communities, and try to drive them online, because most of the things that we do are done online. Not forgetting the the giveaways from Kringle Cash, which is gifts, because we have a huge store of them. So they must be distributed to all the communities that we haven't reached as yet. Now the question is, are we all doing that? We still need more power to do this distribution, because it might take some time for us, not for the admin, but for us to see exactly some of the changes within the Billion Coin community. But if we engage ourselves, and do something without taking a back seat, and of course, we will be in a position to receive good progress like the one that you have seen, the latest article. But just happen without our it will only happen as soon as, yes, we are ready, we have to stand up and do something. You know, there are lots and lots of naysayers out there. But remember, we don't have much attacks from outside. In most cases, these attacks are from within. Now, within from who? From the TBC offense, from TBC members, from TBC leaders, from who? But another part of them, it's actually attacking everything that you do, meaning all around Diva, it's been attacked. So, you know, if you can and yourself the way some of us are doing, then you will begin to understand what I'm trying to say here. Some will even tell you that they don't want to go to jail because TBC is a scam. Well, we are not surprised, because even with Bitcoin, when it started, many said the same thing. Many even worse than within this community of TBC. Now, the thing that our opposers must understand is that whatever we have started, we are not going to hold back or stop because of the naysayers. Instead, this community, as we speak, is currently expanding. To the status of the membership, because it's based globally, country now we have a TBC member based on the flexibility of our fellow TBCians in those countries. Now, thing, when you think on the ground, I mean, when you plow something, you have to nurture those seeds in order to in order for them to produce something in the long run. Some after a week they'll begin. Some after 2 weeks. It depends. Okay. Now we mentioned we are on the building stage of our incest abundance coin. So now we are building an economy around it. Now, they haven't gone through this phase of building. Already, they want to jump into the second level of this stage. They want to know where are the merchants? Where are the merchants? They're not asking that question, where are the merchants? They will build more merchants. No. They are asking that because they want to go and exchange their coins to the merchants. Maybe it's a car dealer or cash and carry or something. Now, there's a difference between a person who's asking what I've already mentioned and the person who wants to help. That, like some of my fellow countrymen, they did ask in a number of my live stream broadcasts that where can we identify merchants so that we can grow our network. You see, these are two different people. Okay, now those who are on that category now, they want to exchange. You see, they just want others to do for them without them being engaged into the whole program of building. Okay, now we have now another group, and that group now, they want it all. They want everything, just like that at once. Even if when you look at their status on the Kringle Cash back office, what did they choose? They chose stage 1 or status 1, some 2, some status 3. Okay. So yes, there are status on the Kringle Cash when you signed up. You choose which status, but I was looking at some of the referrals yesterday, my referrals. Actually, I was helping someone also going through some things in that person's back office during that member's presence. Okay. So some of the community members that are claiming to be with us in this community, hard workers, not smart workers. You know, there's a difference between hard workers and smart workers. Okay. So some, they've opted for status 1. You know what does that mean? Go and read it. Okay. So this category, the one I'm talking about, they just want things to happen as they please. You know, what do they want? The cash out button. And they forever say, because other cryptocurrencies have trading, not trading platform, but what is this? Exchanger. Why TBC? But we taught them every day for over a year, one thing. And you see that there's a problem about these people. So we have mentioned 2 categories here of people. Okay. Now, let's come to some of us, including myself. If I remember very well, I came on board in 2016, just after TBC was launched. Yeah, and during that time, many of us purchased huge stakes of full TBC coins, not Kringles. That is why I failed to understand that people with Kringles, some with gifts, they haven't even topped up to this day. But they say they are in abundance within this community. I don't believe them. And there are those who have collected their cookies so far, meaning they've redeemed in our from our last redemption. Some they got 10 full TBC coins, not 10 full Kringles. No. Some they got 20, some 30. It depends how many referrals you brought into your ACBO or referral BO. Okay. Now, you see there's a difference between those who are sitting back waiting for things to happen. These ones are doing something. And then we have those who came on board with us 2016. They have a big stake. I'm saying big stake. But some of them, they haven't even sold an impressive quantity. They can't even sell a Kringle. And the worst thing, some of them, they have send buttons. You have this stake of full TBC coins, right? And then you have a proposed arrangement by the admin that you can exchange these coins peer-to-peer. And then you have another arrangement B from the admin that you can partner if you're not a talkative person, you're shy, maybe you're scared of approaching or talking to people or communities, and then you partner with someone. So someone who is talkative or someone who can do your marketing. You remember most of people who have read the book by Napoleon Hill, Think Big and Grow Rich. If I'll remind you something in that book, Thomas Edison story. So if you have read that book, you'll understand what story I'm relating to. Thomas Edison, okay, someone was not in a position to sell his own product, and he employed someone. Someone came and said, "Oh, wow, this is gold. I can sell this." And the other one said, "No, you cannot. I've been with this product for ages. So you can't just come and say you can sell." So the book, Think Big and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. You can also opt for the revised standard because now they've added Bill Gates and others. Okay. Henry Ford is there, George Eastman, you name them. Okay. The greatest philosophers of all time. So I'm coming back to the TBC admins arrangement that if you have a huge stake, but you don't know how to distribute your stake, what can you do? I've mentioned, I'll repeat again, partnership, peer-to-peer, thirdly, live stream. It will even make things more easier for you. So here are the steps on how you can distribute your wealth. Some with 10,000 full TBC coins and 50,000 coins, they haven't sold even one. Okay. Not to say we didn't have a guide. We always have a guide. Okay. Now, things now are happening. If you have listened to that video by The Voice and his top 10, you've heard it, all has been said. So I cannot add anything or take out anything. They've said it all. Okay. Randy and his top 10. And I would love to meet Randy's top 10 someday. I've heard a lot about them that, hey, these guys, they are really held up in this community. I don't know about you. Would you love to meet some of them one day, maybe? That would be cool. Yeah. So, we are sharing about things that are affecting us within this community positively and negatively. We have to know these things. In life, you can't expect good things all the time. But of course, do expect that there will be bad things, negative things, challenges. You ask all the greatest philosophers of all time, like I've already mentioned from the book of Napoleon Hill, Think Big and Grow Rich, what they went through. In that book, you read about Henry Ford. I've hinted Thomas Edison and a lot of global philosophers, business guys, and giant institutions, what they went through. So you'll begin to understand that to reach a millionaire state, it was never easy. And what about a billionaire state? You can't just wake up in the morning and find yourself in that state. Every state, you have to earn it. So this is what we are currently building in this private community. Remember, it's a private community or private movement. That is why our operation raise alarms or questions to many around the globe that why are we not attached to world's markets and things like that. But we won't, because when this concept was planned, also introduced, the creator knew the beginning right through to the end of the whole implementation. That is why when our admin is under attack, because when they attack, they attack admin through some of our members, of course. So these attacks did not divert our admin's focus. They have proven themselves to be trolls and liars about anything in this universe. Because when you go back to these trolls or oppositions and ask them that, okay, fine, I understand, you know what? I believe you and I agree with you that TBC, it's a scam. You know, Bitcoin is a scam. I agree with you 100%, you know. Now, tell me, what is the solution for mankind? How can we help? You won't even get an answer. But if you ask them that, tell us about any scam or pyramid scheme that you ever came across, they will tell you, they'll show you the list from day one, ever since they've started destroying other programs online or offline. This is their work. And when you look at them, they themselves, they haven't even reached out as yet. They're still battling. They don't have a solution. You ask them a simple thing. If you say this thing is bad, give us a solution. They won't. The former US president was interviewed about cryptocurrency, you know. I was listening to a 2-minute interview. He said they cannot accept something that they cannot have control over it. Yes, it's true. That's how they work. They want to control everything. They even want to control Jehovah, the creator of heaven and earth. They want to control the one who created them. You see how terrible these people are, the next thing someone will come and say to you, this is a scam, but that person doesn't have a solution. And some of them, they tend to divert our global communities to wrong things. I can mention a lot of programs that came and left, and some of these trolls were trapped in these things. They're not saying anything. You know, sometimes when I look at their videos, I just laugh and say, oh, by the way, where is this one? Where is this one? They're nowhere, you know? So my loving global TBC community, we have to talk about these things. We must be ready for these things, and they are happening, they're here. But I, for one, I don't know about you, they have never broken me. Instead, they made me the strongest. Maybe I also have some who are like me in this community. I don't know, but I'm talking me, myself, wow. The more they attack, you know, I rejoice, I celebrate because I understand one thing, that why I joined this movement. I understand. But if I didn't understand that, I would have been indifferent by now. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Sky. And let's see what Sky is saying from South Africa. Oh, yeah. Yes, thank you, Sky. Yeah, true. You know, if you have not learned about something, and then on the other hand, you start saying negative things about the thing that you haven't studied or done a research about, that's a danger to you, because you will spread that gospel to others, maybe the second person and the third one. The third one will say, did you go through the manifesto of that thing that you are telling us about? No, I've heard. Oh, you've heard. You never read about it. Then that's a danger to you. Because now the third person will awaken the second person that, hey, that person saw the thing, heard something about it, but that person did not go through the whole manifesto or didn't read about this. So here's the proof. Then how are you going to justify? If you want to know about something in this world, read about it, do a research about it, and be careful. And when you make a decision, it must be not because I was impressing someone. We have some community members that did it because I was convinced or I was told to. Oh, please. Many times, people, they love to say these things. Take chances and they blame someone. Oh, no, we know about that. Okay, so all the oppositions are within this community, and they're not saying anything, but no, we have overcome them. You know that, my fellow TBCers. Otherwise, if we did not overcome them, we wouldn't have been testing the new coin network. So if we have reached to that level, there's more coming beyond this test. Go and listen to it again. Very interesting. So I said, I've heard a lot about this Randy's top 10. I understand they're very cool guys, you know, and I would love to meet them someday. Believe you me. Don't you want to meet them and shake their hands, maybe? I would love to. Anyway, um, my fellow Tibetians, um, our time is almost over. We're left with 14 minutes. I don't know if there is something that we can share or from the updates that are being sent to us through the blog. Did you pick up something? What is that maybe you'd like us to share, or for now, no? Okay. I like your spirit, Sky. You know what? Even if you are held up, but you're flexible, you know, you accommodate yourself for everyone. And we're gonna go a long way with members like you. And thanks again. I hope you'll have a good one. I myself also I'll be leaving here shortly because we are preparing for Durban. It's the major TBC celebration day after tomorrow. Yeah. So we will go live, but touch base. I'll talk to you later. And thanks again for all your inputs, and take care, Sky. Yeah. So Sky, she's rushing somewhere. So yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I will. I'm flying tomorrow. Yeah. So we are still on the sharing, you know, what we know so far and what we saw, what we experienced. I don't understand why when some things starts, people, they're flexible, they make money, they are friends, they are buddies, they rub shoulders, but along the way, as soon as there are challenges, then those who have devoured more than the others, they start complaining. They see things now in a negative way, and you know, I'm relating this story to those that we have started with them in 2016. We exchanged coins peer-to-peer, selling full TBC coins, and some they bought cars, and some they did a lot of things. Now suddenly, because this is not how can I put it? They see complications now within TBC. They say TBC is getting more complicated. No, it's not. The difference is that the now TBC has reinstated their operation like the way it used to be in the beginning, because when the admin suspended the send buttons, the admin has suspended something that was already there. It was because of the precautions that they were taking in order to safeguard every member in this community. So they switched off and dealt with the discounters. That's a good one. I like that. Others, they would have said, oh, the system is gone. Sorry, it has gone with your monies and etc. Yes, somewhere we understand that some systems, when they crash, of course, they crash with your monies, in brackets, wealth. But some, no, one man had an access to those funds, and then he or she will forward you an empty statement that the system crashed with your wealth or your monies, because you know what's happening on the other side. But look at it this way: our admin here discloses everything to us, and they even send us the pictures and the videos to show us how does this system works. Please, guys, they even forward us their breakdowns. How much are they spending? Tell me of anyone within this community who can do that. At a minimum, $60,000 expenses. Now, recently, the admin has spent that. Then what about the months that when they started to this day? How much did they spend? Maybe somewhere they've spent more than that, right? Nothing for free under the sun. So we expect that admin has to do more than what they've done so far for us, because you think that your $10 can make this beautiful community rich. No. We don't want your $10 if you don't want to participate in this movement. Stay with your $10 and you stay in shekels for the rest of your life. And to those who are with us in this mission, welcome, my fellow TBCians around the globe. Let's kick it. Let's do it. Because the negative ones can see what is happening now. They know, they can see, and they can see where we are heading. But you know, the mentality, you know, sometimes we won't blame the scarcity. We blame them. You understand that? This admin, it's one of a kind. If you want to understand it, go back from 26 articles to date, read about everything, then you'll understand what you're talking about. Right. Last part one, beware of people that you are making business with. Even if you are desperate, be careful. Don't just accept any terms or negative behavior from the people that you are partnering with, or people who are buying Kringles, TBC Kringles from us, because some of them are not good people. They are here to destroy the image of the billion coin, irrespective of how much effort and how good we are presenting to them. But let us be careful. They will turn things the other way around. Some of them will even go to the radio broadcasting station and tell lies. And remember that some of the places where they go to report TBC, as they are currently doing that in my country, there are those in South Africa who are going to the private radio stations lying about TBC. But because those radio stations are not wise enough to come out clean or on board and consult or read about the billion coin, because they are what? Working for some of them, they will have a grip about what they've been looking for, of course, start lying about us. So be careful. We have those people here. People within our communities can lie. After you have given all the presentation to them, they will definitely lie about our community. But don't you worry. We have a blueprint of each and everything. I'm encouraging you again to go on TBC 004.net. When you log out of your wallet, read that. So we are not in this mission doing what we do not know. So they don't read, that is why they're doing those things. So move with those who are positive and those who are joining TBC willingly, and ensure that they understand. That's the message I can share with you. I said last but one now. Lastly, we are not scared to do what we have to do, because there's nothing wrong that we are doing. The $10, if your wallet, the term is over, you're gonna have to pay another one if 12 months is over. You cannot capitalize on the first $10 that you paid 12 months ago. I want to clear that one. And learn to do things. Don't abuse your upliners or sponsors or leaders, some of you. Know how to do things. Know how to attach to the support. You know which link to use. You don't have to ask me. You must know that. Know how to log into your emails. Know how to log into your Kringle Cash back office. Know how to log in to your TBC wallets. Know how to go to education blog daily. Know how to live stream, and also know how to do your research about the Billion Coin. And then if you have found anything negative about this community, let us know. We will be waiting for you with open hands. Then we will listen to you. And thank you, my fellow TBCians. This live, it's from South Africa by the TBC elected leader, Lawrence Butana Maluleke. I'm looking forward to share with you later again, but my times are flexible. I'm looking forward to see you in our major second year event, Durban KZN, South Africa, day after tomorrow. Bye for now.